Do you want to know how I went from snoozing my alarm a million times, feeling tired in the morning when I would wake up, feeling tired throughout my day, feeling sluggish and just unmotivated or exhausted, throughout my days, how I went from that to becoming someone who wakes up at 5 a.m. nearly every single day with ease, with excitement, full energy for my morning routine, for my day, less headaches, and just overall more productivity, more happiness in my life. But I didn't always have this lifestyle and routine. But I decided to change my story. And in this video, I'm gonna tell you guys exactly how I did it, why I did it, and then you can decide for yourself if this is a habit or a routine that you would like to adopt as well. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm rahozah, and if this is the first time that you're seeing my face, then welcome. It's so nice to have you here. First, I want to talk about why I do it. And the first reason is because I notice a huge correlation between oversleeping, snoozing my alarm, and waking up later in the day with massive headaches, more fatigue, more tiredness throughout the day. I just notice I'm just super sluggish. Like whenever I wake up later, oversleep, or snooze my alarm, all of these things are correlated with me being more tired throughout the day, less energy, less passion, less happiness, like just not feeling as good as I want to be. So the reason that I do it is because whenever I wake up early, and most importantly, when I wake up at my first alarm, honestly, I think waking up at your first alarm is even more important than the time that you wake up. As long as you're getting enough sleep, really that's what matters. Like there's no rule that says you have to wake up at 5 a.m. to be successful. This is just kind of what works for me and my routine and my schedule and what I want to get done by certain time frames. But I notice that gives me way more energy during my day. Now, another reason that I love and adopted this habit is because it's something called a trigger habit, which is one habit that leads and snowballs into all the other habits in your day. So right away, when my alarm goes off at 5 in the morning, I'm up, I'm ready, I brush my teeth, I put my clothes on, put my shoes on, out the door, head to the gym, get a good workout in, take a shower at the gym. I am literally blessed with my gym because it has like a yoga meditation room that I go into after my workout, after my shower. I will go do some yoga, I will meditate, I will read, and I will do some journaling, some scripting. Just that's really my time to come back to myself. It's my favorite part of my day, favorite part of my routine. And my morning routine is my non-negotiable because I know that once I get all of the things in my morning routine done, I am so much more productive throughout the day. And not just that, it improves my quality of life, my overall happiness, my overall connection with myself and my spirituality and the divine. Once I'm done at the gym, my whole routine, I'll come home, get ready, sometimes film a YouTube video depending on the day, and go make myself breakfast. And by the time I'm done, it's around 10 a.m. and the world is just getting started. And here I am having completed already a majority of my non-negotiable tasks for that day. I also really like my morning routine because I kind of said this, but it's really like my me time, my time to fill my own cup, to come back to myself. Whereas throughout the day, I have meetings, I have events, I have different things that I may be doing, or I'm just, working and pouring into my business. So I really appreciate and love that time where I'm able to just pour into myself, take care of myself, work on my long-term goals, connect with my spirituality, connect with my higher self. And yeah, it just makes me feel really, really good, and just reminds me honestly of the bigger picture. I've spoken about this before, and how meditation really just brings me back to my core purpose, right? We get so caught up in what's happening in our life right now that it's rare that we spend time to zoom out and look at our life from a bird's eye perspective and just view our life as the observer rather than the experiencer. So I really enjoy doing that in my mornings. I find that I'm a lot more present and in the moment, especially because at this point I've already established a routine. And the routine has become a habit. So it's there's not much brain power involved anymore in this process. Of course, when I was building this process, there is a time period where you have to build those habits and there will be resistance. And I'm about to talk about this in a little bit. But, at this point that I'm at right now, my morning routine is habitual. So this allows me to really be present in the moment and focus on my gratitude, focus on my affirmations, focus on whatever it is that, put the world of yesterday behind me and just being in this present moment and creating a new future. And morning people are friendly, so there's that too. So those are some of the reasons why I personally wake up at 5 in the morning. If you're inspired, if you're like, all right, I get it, I want to wake up early, just tell me how. Or maybe you want to wake up at 7 a.m. and you're like, still tell me how, because I seem to be tired all day. I can't seem to wake up at my first alarm. Whatever the case is, I'm now going to talk about how to do it, especially if you're not a morning person, okay? This is how you're going to establish those habits if you desire to be a morning person. First things first, we got to talk about sleep. I don't need to tell you how important sleep is. If you really want to know, please do yourself a favor and Google what are the health benefits of sleep, because it is one of the most important things that you can do for your health is to get a good amount of sleep per night. My sweet spot is about 7 to 8 hours, and that is what I strive for every single night. So for me, if I'm waking up at 5 in the morning, what that means is I have to be in bed, phone away, lights out, 9 p.m. I'm in bed. One of the most important factors in this is putting your phone away, and not just away beside your bed where you can easily like flip it over and look at your phone, but actually across the room or outside the room. I live in an apartment, so luckily outside my bedroom, the living room's right there. I'm able to plug my phone in for the night and leave it in the other room, call it a night. This is because of the blue light on the phone. Our brains, whenever our brains see the blue light on our phone, it confuses our brains and makes it think that it's daytime, when in reality, it's time to wind down and our body needs to get into that melatonin relaxing state. So putting your phone away, you know, an hour at least. I believe it's like 2 or 3 hours optimally, but it's best to have your phone away a couple hours before you go to bed so you can really relax your brain and prime your brain for a good night's sleep. Also, of course, if you are anything like me, you probably scroll on your phone all night long when, yeah, I don't know about you, but I don't want to be doing that anymore. I find it to be a distraction, a waste of time, not good for the mental health or the physical health. So phone away at around 8 to 9 p.m. That's how I do it. The next thing I do is I have a setting on my phone where I don't actually get notifications from any of my apps other than my Spotify music, which I don't really get notifications from, but I have that app, like I'm allowed to use it. And I believe my text message and maybe 1 or 2 others. But really all apps on my phone are blocked, so I can't even go on them and I can't even get any notifications from them until 10 a.m. That's the time that I've set up on my phone. You can change it to be whatever you want, but I have this timer on from about 9 p.m. till about 9 a.m. the next day, so that in the middle of the night, even if I do, you know, impulsively decide to check my phone, I'm able to see, oh, I've timed out, I've hit the time limit on these apps, I can't use them. It's just, you know, a reminder for me that I shouldn't be going on my phone at this time. It also gives me that mental clarity and the space to just have like a stress-free morning without thinking about all the tasks, all the emails I receive, all the text messages I get, all the notifications I'm getting on the different apps. Like, I put that world away while I'm in my morning zone, so I'm able to just be in the present moment without all that constant stimulation. So the next thing is actually getting yourself to wake up in the morning. So like I said, my phone stays in the other room. So as soon as my alarm goes off, I gotta actually get out of bed if I want to turn that off. So this actually forces you to get up and walk over to turn off the alarm. Just the act of pushing yourself out of bed on your first alarm, even if you're freaking tired as hell, if you push yourself to just get out of bed on your first alarm, I'm telling you, this will make the biggest difference. People don't realize how much snoozing affects your brain and your tired awake levels throughout the day. I've noticed the biggest correlation from when I snooze my alarm a couple times in that morning, then I have a very tired day and I'm not feeling energized, not feeling great. But when I wake up on my first alarm, even if I'm tired initially, if I just push through it, you know, I turn on the lights, I go brush my teeth right away, I play some music, get myself more awake, wash my face, whatever I need to do, then, you know, I'm woken up, I've got through that tired phase. But then if instead I decide to snooze my alarm, go back to bed, wake up, go back to bed, like that just messes with my brain And it makes me way more sluggish, way more tired, way more slow moving throughout the day, rather than if I were to just, hop out of bed, turn off my alarm right away, get to starting my morning routine without even thinking about it. Because the more time you have to think and to ruminate, it's just not going to happen, right? We need to push ourselves through that initial tiredness, that initial discomfort. And some days we're going to be more tired than others. And I'm also not saying to neglect if you're feeling like absolutely exhausted and need to go back to bed. Like, okay, it is what it is. Like, you know your body, you know yourself best. But also ask yourself, is it worth me being tired for the rest of the day? What do I need to get done today? Actually, it's funny because normally I'm not that tired when I wake up on my first alarm. I'm like, all right, let's go. Day's getting started. But actually this morning I woke up knowing I was about to film this video today, and I swear the universe was just testing me and was like, go back to bed, go back to bed. And I woke up this morning, it was like 5 a.m, and I'm like, okay, when you have that like half asleep dilemma of like, do I go to bed? Do I wake up and brush my teeth? And I was like in that in-between state, and I was like, you know what? I'm filming a video on this day. I gotta do it for the people. Because if I can't even keep my own word, how am I supposed to, teach that to others? So that motivated me on my tired day. Just knowing, I had a couple videos to film today and I had a lot of tasks to get done today. I was like, all right, it's more worth it for me to wake up and be more energized for my day rather than letting myself sleep in a couple extra minutes. Like, what's that gonna do for me, really? I'm gonna be late to the gym. I'm gonna feel exhausted. I'm gonna feel behind. I'm gonna feel more tired. Like, it just kind of delays everything. And I just ask myself, is it worth it? No? All right, let me push through this initial resistance, put one foot in front of the other, and just get out of bed so I can get my shit done. But yeah, so I just mentioned this, but I want to be very clear. As soon as that alarm goes off, boom, pop yourself out of bed, walk over, turn off that alarm, walk over to the bathroom, wash your face, brush your teeth, put on some music, get yourself moving your body. That will just really energize you, wake you up. If you have a dog, go outside and walk your dog. Wake yourself up mentally, whether that's through music, through a podcast, whatever it is that you want to do, whatever's going to excite you for that day. Do that. Get yourself up, get yourself dressed right away. Like, you got to do these things before thinking about it. Because if you think about it for too long, again, we don't want to get stuck in the thoughts, right? Especially in this morning time, this pivotal morning time. We really want to be in our feeling. We want to be in the present moment, and we want to be in our action-taking self. And okay, again, I'm feeling the need to reiterate that just because this works for me, and some people that are watching this video may desire to have this type of routine as well, it's not the routine for everyone. So I just want to say that, this is going to benefit whoever it benefits, but it's not meant for every single person. Everyone has their own unique things that they need to get done in a day, their own, routine that works for them. I have some friends that like to be way more in their feminine and their flow and, wake up naturally and meditate and whatever. And that's perfect. That's fine. For me, I like that approach where I'm out of bed, I am passionate, I am ready to take action, I go work out hard as hell, and just get into my zone. And then I let myself flow during my meditation, during my calming, relaxing state. And then I re-energize myself again so that I can get to working on the tasks that I need to do for that day. So it's all about balance. It's all about knowing yourself. And it's all about just finding what works for you. Trial and error, experimenting. Honestly, asking yourself, what kind of routine do I want to have? Because as long as you follow your own desires and what you want, I truly believe that our true core desires are our truth. So, whatever it is that you desire to be or to have, you have that ability within you. And I believe that if you desire it, then it's meant for you. So if I desire to wake up in the morning, then I'm not going to tell myself the story that I have a hard time waking up in the morning and this and that. Like, no, I desire to wake up early in the morning because of all the reasons I told you. And because I desire it, I'm going to find a way to make it enjoyable for me. I'm going to find a way to make it work for me and change my story and identity on how I want to show up. You don't have to stay in the story of I'm just a late waker-upper, I just sleep in, I just go to bed late, you don't just anything. You just do what your habits have programmed you to do, but you as a human being have the consciousness, have the awareness, have the power to decide if you want to continue living in that same story or if you want to change that story, rewrite your story, and create a new destiny for yourself. And it's not going to be easy. 99.999% will be resistance when you're starting something new, starting a new routine, especially when your habits are so ingrained. But if you really want to change something, you have to know that it's all in your hands and you have that power to do so. Also want to throw in here that on the weekends, I don't wake up at 5 in the morning. I'll probably wake up around like 7 or 8. I actually let myself sleep in until whenever my body wakes me up, which is usually around 7 or 8 because I wake up at 5 in the morning on a normal basis, and I'll usually let myself stay up later on the weekends. So that is why I wake up a little later as well. I also just give myself that time away from working on all my projects that I'm working on. But yeah, I think it's also really important if you're going to be, consistent in this practice of waking up early, that you stay consistent with that even on the weekends, because the reason for that is because this isn't something, we don't want to think about waking up early in the morning as like something that we're doing out of discipline and motivation and willpower. We want to think of it as something that we want to do. We want this to be a habit and a thing that we just do, because if we think, oh, it's my day off, right? Day off when I get to sleep in, then we're viewing the days that we don't sleep in as like a day on, and a day that, I hope I'm making sense, like a day that we have more resistance towards, like, oh, like it's Monday, like I have to wake up early. We don't want to view it as that. Again, I spoke about this in my previous videos, but we want to view it in a fun way. We want to view waking up early as something we get to do, something that's fun, something that's exciting, and something that just is our way of being. It just is our identity. It's just something we do, and we're happy and excited to do it. Maybe not every day, and that's okay, but it's our goal, it's our desire, and it's what we're working towards. So I train my mind to wake up early even on the weekends, so I don't have to rely on discipline or motivation, because discipline will only get you so far before your automatic habits kick in. All right, remember, in the beginning, yeah, you will have to push yourself if this is something that you desire to incorporate in your routine and it's something that's not currently a regular practice for you. And of course, our body's not used to it. Our body's like, what the hell, mom? What the hell, dad? to you, and is like, what are you doing to me? What's going on? Why am I waking up so much earlier than I'm used to? So it's gonna take time. Our body's gonna fight against it. But once you do it consistently, it'll get a whole lot easier, effortless, and just a habit and just something you do. Like literally, if I would have thought to myself 3-4 years ago, waking up every single day at 5 in the morning, I'd be like, what do you mean? I just woke up and it's 5 p.m. I missed all 4 of my classes and I'm about to head to the dining hall for dinner. Like, you know what I mean? Like that was my life. So the fact that I'm here today is a big deal. That's all for me in this video, guys. I hope you got value out of it. If you did, please leave it a like and a comment letting me know what was the most valuable thing you got out of this video. Hit the subscribe button for new videos from me every Tuesday and Thursday. And without further ado, I'll see you guys in my next video. Love ya. Bye.